Have a seat, Mr. Walker.
So I want to sue the guy that called me a car thief. I hear that's called defamation, and I want $1 million.
Okay, before we can talk about how much to sue him for, we need to figure out if the statement was defamatory and what type of defamation it was. The kind of defamation it was can have a big impact on how much you can recover.
Okay. What do you mean by types of defamation?
There's basically two kinds, libel and slander.
Ah, I've heard of both of those. Did not realize they were defamation.
Yes, that's true. Libel is written defamation and slander is spoken defamation. Now, you said this guy called you a car thief. How did he make this statement?
He wrote it in the paper.
In the paper.
The local paper. $1 million, that's what I want. And an apology. I want $1 million and a great big apology.
Let me tell you a little bit about proving a defamation case so you know what you're facing.
What I'm facing? I was defamed. In fact, I think I was even libeled a little bit. You said it was in writing.
To prove a defamation case, we must prove that the defendant made a false statement that injured your reputation, that the statement wasn't privileged, and that it was communicated to someone other than you.
Yes, and we have all that. I say we sue.
First things first. You said he called you a car thief. Was this in a letter to the editor, an article, or in an editorial written by someone at the paper?
I don't see how this matters.
As I mentioned, there are some communications that are privileged. Lawmakers, for instance, and judges that sit on the bench can say things in session without being sued with things that might otherwise be defamatory in other situations. If this statement was made in the context of a news report, most reporters know to say something like, "Police report that Mr. X was arrested for car theft." You know, that kind of thing.
Oh. No, it was not written in an article. It was written in a letter to the editor by Mr. Joe Bishop. So I am going to own his house, his car, and I'm going to have him fired for what he wrote.
First things first. Let's go through this point by point. What did Mr. Bishop say?
I knew you were going to ask that. And because I knew you were going to ask that, I brought a copy of the article. Give it a read.
Let me see. Well, it does mention you by name. Let's see. It also says that you are a car thief.
Ah, seen enough? You know, I'm kind of thinking at this point that $1 million might not be enough. You want to go for $2?
There's something else in here that bothers me.
And what's that?
It says here that you have been convicted of stealing cars. Is that true?
I did plead guilty to car theft a couple of years ago. But that was a couple of years ago. It's been a while since I've even looked at a car.
Well, you might remember what I said, that defamation is a statement about you that injured your reputation.
Yeah.
But the statement also has to be false.
What?
This statement is true, so it isn't defamation.
It's not even slander.
It's not any kind of defamation. You pled guilty to car theft, and I'm afraid that makes you a car thief.
I would watch your step, miss, because I might get you for slander. Good day.
Good day.